Good morning. So, as you can probably, I don't know, you can't even see the flag, but it's windy out here today, so I apologize for any crazy wind noise, but welcome to the top of Q Mountain. So, Q Mountain is right here, pretty much in town. It's easily walked to from LTVA West. Actually, I passed several people walking over here on my way. I chose to ride the bike. I was stuck in the car all day yesterday and needed some exercise today, so aside from just climbing mountains, I figured I'd ride the bike too. But Q Mountain is not what I came out here to show you guys today. Actually, what I came to do is that guy right there. That is Granite Mountain. And where I'm actually parked down here, I can see both the peak of Q Mountain and the peak of Granite Mountain. And actually, the way I'm positioned, they're lined up so that one is directly in front of the other. And I always see people on Q Mountain. This is kind of the mountain everybody comes to do. It's very easy, it's only a few hundred feet high. But I never see anyone on top of Granite. So we're gonna go do that today. I don't know if there's a trail. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but right back in here, there's a road that just goes up and stops. So there's a road there that stops for a reason, whether that's a trail or just some old mining activity, I don't know. But we're gonna go find out and see if we can't get to the top. So grab our gear, head on out. All right, well, made it up to the base. It's a little more intense than I thought. That last hill, you saw me having to push it up. There's no way I was riding that thing up, but it's a pretty decent ride up until right when you come in the canyon here. There's where I parked the bike. Came up through there. So this section is the only rough spot. You can definitely do it in four-wheel drive. And then there's still that little bit left to walk up, but I figured it'd just be easier to walk it and then try to ride the bike up it. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so up here at the top of the parking area, you can definitely see what looks like a trail going straight up. And when I looked at the map, that was kind of the route that looked like I needed to go up here, then across the ridge, and then that'll be the summit right there. Looks pretty steep. I know it doesn't look that steep on camera, but it definitely is. All right, so we made it up here to the saddle. It is pretty steep coming up here. I mean, the good news is it's not very far. It's only a couple hundred feet to get to the saddle. And then you can see we just got to walk this ridge line, and then there's the summit right there. And then here's a look over the backside. Gorgeous. All right, guys, we are at our last little bit. See where we came from. way down there is my bike. We came up here, across where we are now, which leaves us with this. And it kind of seems like the trail disappears, and this starts becoming more class 2, class 3 type stuff. So I'll poke around here and look for a way up. So if I had to guess, I would say I need to run up this little cleft right here. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Well, I gotta tell you, there's definitely a few false summits here on this ridge line coming up. I thought I was here. Nope. I'm assuming the top is right there. So I just gotta climb up over this and I should be there in a few minutes, hopefully. Ha, we made it. All right, guys, so we made it up. It really wasn't too terribly bad. I actually did not record this hike, so I don't really know the exact stats, but when I looked it up originally on my Gaia app, from the starting point to the peak was only about 350 feet worth of gain, and a little less than a quarter of a mile to the top. So it really didn't take me too long to get up here, maybe 30 minutes or so. It's definitely steep, definitely not a hike for kids or anyone with bad knees or just, you know, issues with loose gravel or having to, you know, use your hands to climb up. And probably getting down is going to be a lot worse than it was getting up here. I do not see a summit register up here by the flag. I'm gonna look around, see if I can find it. If I can, I'll sign it. If not, oh well. But there is the geological marker. They've got stamped right here in a big giant chunk of quartz vein sticking out of the ground. So it's kind of hard to make out, especially because I have to kind of get in the shadow to get the camera in the right way. But Defense Mapping Agency survey map, mapped 1987, Granite Mountain, right here in this huge chunk quartz vein sticking right out of the peak. Pretty cool. It's also kind of cool, there's a couple lonely cacti up here. There's that one down there that we passed on the way up. A couple small ones. But definitely some gorgeous views of the entire valley. You can see out here we've got La Posta south and north, west. I'm actually, let's see, so that's Q Mountain. That's where we started this morning. And then I'm directly behind the peak on the backside across the wash. So, like I said, I'm able to stare at this thing all day long and never see anyone up here. And you can see how close we are actually to the highway right off I-10. This mountain is right here, not very far. That's California that way, and Arizona that way. But all of this virtually out here is all BLM land, with the exception of about that peak right there. That way is the Yuma Proving Grounds. So that's all government land you ain't getting on. Over there is Dripping Springs, where we went a few weeks ago. That right there is Kofa. So that's where we were last week when we did the Palm Canyon hike. Just to the left of it right over there is Crystal Hill. So you can pretty much see everything, or every episode I've done so far from here, with the exception of Sevilla Peak, which is somewhere way out there. Actually kind of surprised you can't see it from here. You might, if that looks like a big dust cloud over there behind that mountain. So, all right guys, so I'm gonna sit down, rest for a few minutes, see if I can find that summit register, sign it. If not, you know, I hit the peak, I'll head back down, and then I'll just catch up with you guys when I get back down to camp. So, see you in a little bit. All right guys, so made it back to camp. Wasn't too bad coming down the mountain. Really, it was just that first section that I had to go up that was the steepest and incredibly loose. So actually on the way down, there's a few spots that I actually just kind of had to slide in a rock slide on my butt and my feet. One of them, I think I rode a rock slide for about 40 feet. So I would definitely not recommend that route if, you know, you have any issues with just loose. Like I said, getting down was more difficult than getting up. Was it worth it? Absolutely. You know, I thought it was a great climb. Really fun. I really enjoy walking along ridge lines. And that one, you know, you get right to the top of the first little peak, and then you know, you hit 4 or 5 little summits on the way as you walk the ridge line. So definitely a lot of fun, very interesting. A lot more fun than doing Q Mountain. You know, like I said, everybody does Q. Nobody seems to do Granite. The path is only a little bit worn, so I'd say probably only a few people a year go up there. There was no summit register, so I did not get to sign it. Kind of sucks, but oh well, it is what it is. If I'd had a container and a notepad, I'd have put one up there. I guess maybe I need to start leaving or taking something with me that I can leave up there in case there's not one when I come across. But anyway, so the views up there were pretty spectacular. I know there's going to be somebody who's probably going to say, "Oh, but you can see Quartzsite. Quartzsite's so ugly." You know, honestly, if that's all you can see, then I feel sorry for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I know it's a short one. Like I said, there's not, you know, I'm kind of running out of interesting content in this area. I'll be back on the road here in a few weeks, and I'll be able to start showing you guys a lot better stuff. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. And thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, you know, what was your favorite part? You know, let me know. And I will see you guys on the next one.